All right. Well, I
Well,
mean, listen, you sort of teased us a little bit with some ups and downs and stuff, but let's talk about, how's store number one doing? And then let's roll into how you found store number two and sort of the narrative, if you will, of store number two.
sure, yeah. So store one's doing fantastic. We talked about this before, but as far as location, it is in the perfect location. If there's anything that I would change about what we did at store number one, is I would make it larger. We do an ungodly number of turns there on average per day. I have an unbelievable staff there, which is a lot of what makes us successful. But yeah, store number one's doing well. At that store, we do strictly self-serve and drop-off laundry. We have some commercial customers, but they're drop-off specific, and we've grown there quite a bit. One of the things that we did, I like to reinvest in the stores on a regular basis, not only just for the benefit of the store, but I like for the customers to see that we're doing that. So we've done some remodeling there, and I actually expanded our parking lot. It's been about, I'd say about 18 months ago now. Originally, we had 17 parking spots at that store, which, when we built it, I was like, oh, this is perfect. I don't see a need for more. Unfortunately, we had a need for more. So we had some space in the back of the property. I got approval from the landlord to add on to the parking lot. And so we added 11 additional parking spots. So we're up to 28 now. And on Sundays, when I'm there, sometimes I still count 30 cars or so. So we still don't have enough. But unfortunately, we're out of space, so we can't add any more. But that was a pretty big investment, but I think it paid off quite a bit. We felt like we were losing a lot of business with people pulling up and seeing how busy it was and moving on to another laundry, because we're right smack dab in the middle of about 7 or 8 laundries within our 1 mile radius. So by expanding the parking lot, it made it look a little less sparse and maybe enticed a few more customers come in, because we did see an improvement in our turns per day. We definitely saw an improvement in our revenue. Also, this is kind of part of the ups and the downs since last time we talked. I think since last time we talked, which was 3 years ago, we've been robbed like 3 times, which, is worst case scenario. Unfortunately, they didn't take a lot of money. It was more the damage that was done to the equipment and whatnot. So as part of some of the renovations that we did, we kind of took security in mind and actually created a safe room for all of our change machines, created extra barriers to kind of keep anybody who might get into our back room, make it a little tougher for them to get to it. Upgraded our alarm systems, camera systems, all that kind of stuff. So, if I'm suggesting anything to a new owner, I would say think of the worst case scenario when you are building, and take security very, very carefully, because it's something that unfortunately happens. And especially as times get tougher, the economy gets tougher, people are going to be more and more desperate. And so, it kind of leads to bad situations. So anyway, since we've done that, we haven't had any incidents. So, we're going on, I would say, about 7 or 8 months now without any real issues. I also we're open 24 hours at that first store. So I hired a nighttime attendant. Unfortunately, he can only work 5 days a week, but we kind of jumble up his schedule so it's not real predictable. And he's there at nighttime, which kind of helps avoid problems with people coming in and doing, things they're not supposed to be. But it also helps with customer security as well. So they like to see someone working at night when they come in. And honestly, we've seen an increase in our overnight self-service. So that's a good positive as well.